Jurassic Park 3 was released on July 18th of 2001, and it wasn't as successful as its predecessors, but that doesn't stop it from being an okay film with some fans. So hold on to your butts and let's review this movie. The movie starts off with Ben Hildebrand and Eric Kirby paragliding or whatever it's called, and they're next to Isla Sorna. And if you know anything about the last movie, Isla Sorna is an island that has dinosaurs on it that want to kill you. So yeah, let's just say that everything goes wrong and they end up flying off towards the island. And yeah, but in case you didn't like that part, we can cut back to the mainland where, we get to see Alan Grant for the first time. Yippee! But this isn't the same Alan Grant. This Alan Grant believes dinosaurs bred by engine are theme park monsters, but in the first movie, he said they're not monsters, just animals. So yeah, this Alan Grant is not the man that made you want to become a paleontologist whenever you were a kid. So anyways, Alan goes to Montana to meet with Billy Brennan, a new character. And I guess they're friends or something like that because they seem to know each other. But anyways, Billy shows off this new Velociraptor bone machine thing, and then they make a resonating chamber from the Velociraptor. So yeah, then that amazes Grant so much. But I'm like, wouldn't a real Velociraptor be a lot cooler? But yeah, I just don't really like him in this film. I just hope he's better in Dominion. So then this man named Paul Kirby shows up and he's like, oh, you want to go to a restaurant? And then Alan doesn't want to go because of course it's Alan. But then Billy says he wants to go, so yeah. Then we have to watch a restaurant scene. And the entire time you're just like, get to the dinosaurs already. So then Alan Grant decides to go with Kirby's, which is Paul and his wife, because I didn't talk about his wife, because she's the dumbest character in the entire movie. And yeah, I don't mean to be rude to the actor, I just don't like the character. So yeah. But anyways, they go on a plane. And then the most ridiculous scene in the entire movie comes, and I'll just describe that. So Alan's dreaming, and then he just looks at Billy in the dream, and turns out he's a raptor. He says, Alan! And that's not the most corny thing to me. Yeah, I'll get to the other thing. So basically, he's never even seen that raptor before, and it just so happens to be the male raptor from Isla Sorna, and he's never been there. So then how do you know what it looks like? Nobody's ever seen that kind of raptor before. And it should have been the 1993 female raptors, but yeah, I didn't really like that. So then the characters decide they're gonna land, and Alan knows that's a bad idea because there are dangerous dinosaurs on the island. And they're like, it's okay. And then he says, no, it's not. And he gets up and he starts protesting about it. But then Paul Kirby's friend Cooper just knocks him out. And they leave him on the floor. They leave him on the floor. They don't even decide to put him back in his seat. They just leave him on the floor. Yeah, I don't think that's too safe. But am I the only one that noticed that? So anyways, Alan Grant wakes up and walks out to Amanda calling for someone, but he doesn't know who that is. So anyways, he tells her to shut up, but she doesn't listen to them because, she's that kind of character. So then the Spinosaurus starts getting mad, starts roaring and everything. So then they get in the plane and they're on the runway when Cooper shows up on the runway because, yeah, did I mention he was attacking the Spinosaurus, and yeah. But the plane is about to hit him when the Spino comes out of the trees and snaps Cooper up all of a sudden. Then the plane takes off and hits the Spinosaurus right in the sail. So that's gonna leave a mark. So after our protagonists run and stuff like that, the most controversial part of the movie comes, and that's the Spino versus T-Rex fight. Now, reason why it's so controversial, well, the T-Rex dies. And that's never really a good look if that's been your mascot for the past, 8 years? So, yeah. But I don't really care. That's why the Spinosaurus is my favorite dinosaur now. And yeah, I actually do mean that the Spino is my favorite dinosaur. So our characters run away while the fight has ended. And, well, they end up at the did I just say baryonyx lab? No, embryonics lab. But before that, it's revealed that Paul and Amanda Kirby are actually on the island, not to look at dinosaurs. No. It's that they want their son back. Yeah, you remember Eric Kirby, the guy you've probably forgotten about already? Oh yeah, well, that's their son. So, yeah, that's good to know. Because why were they even in the movie if they had nothing to do with it? But then they go to the embryonics lab, not the baryonyx lab. Fun fact, this movie is actually supposed to feature a baryonyx at one point. But anyways, before that, again, they find Amanda's dead boyfriend. Good to know. Children's movie. And they also find some raptor eggs that Billy definitely did not steal or anything like that. Because why would Billy do such a terrible thing? And then while they're in the embryonics lab, thank God I said it right for the first time. So while they're in the here we go. So Amanda Kirby sees a velociraptor head through a test tube. A head, no body, but just a head, and she falls for it. Yeah, I'm just convinced this lady has lost all brain cells. So, yeah, that happened. And they all get attacked by velociraptors. And this is what drives the group apart. And finally, we're getting to the part where, the movie starts getting good, and I can finally finish up talking about this movie. Well, maybe I still got half of the movie to finish, but, I can just run through that. So, yeah. Anyways, what happens is Levesky, is that his name? Levesky? Yeah, I don't remember his name. And I never even introduced to you guys, so yeah, that was a character in the movie that literally never mentioned. And he dies because of a pack of velociraptors. And they all set it up as a trap by getting Amanda Kirby to try to come down there. But they all go up to the tree and they start snapping at her, which, it doesn't work as plot armor. And while, Uvesky, yeah, that's his name. No, it's Udesky. Yeah, it's Udesky. Okay. What happens is Billy just stands there and he's just like, they actually set a trap. And I'm like, he really is a psychopath, isn't he? But then Alan Grant, oh yeah, because, he's not with Paul, Amanda, or Billy. Well, he's out all by himself whenever 4 raptors surround him. But just as he's about to die, some smoke bombs come in. Yeah, this is that type of movie. And then we get the reveal that Eric Kirby is still alive. So while in Eric Kirby's little hideout, which is a engine trailer, they start making jokes about T-Rex pee and all that crap. And this is where I'm gonna stand up for the movie. And I kind of don't like how people criticize the humor in this movie, because they're basically also saying that other action movies, like, Terminator, even the other Jurassic Park movies cannot have humor in them, which they do have humor in them. And, I just don't really think that's fair to this movie. And so you're basically just saying that any action movie besides this one can have humor. So, yeah. So both groups meet back up with each other in a very short amount of time, only to hear Paul Kirby's satellite phone beeping, and that's when they turn around. And the most ridiculous thing ever happens. The Spinosaurus ate the satellite phone that was on, one of the crew members of the airplane that got eaten. So it's still beeping inside of it, which is not really that possible because it would have digested it and everything. Which, I'm not the smartest person, all that stuff, but it would have, been broken down into pieces, right? I'm not the only one who thinks that. Or, maybe it's, harder to digest. I don't know. But that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Anyways, our protagonists run into a small building where the Spinosaurus cannot break back through. Break the doors open, which it literally just broke a giant iron gate, but that doesn't matter, does it? And we get the best sequence, one of the best sequences in the entire franchise. And this is where the movie really stands out, is the bird cage sequence, where our heroes, well, not heroes, but protagonists, they get flung everywhere by pteranodons, they get scooped up, it's so good. I'm not going to go into full detail, because if you haven't watched the movie and you're watching this, go watch that scene. Just look up birdcage sequence on YouTube, and also put in Jurassic Park, because you never know what you're going to get, and you just watch it. It's so good. One of the best things I've ever seen. And yeah, but then they escape from that on a boat. Also, did I mention Alan Grant figured out that Billy has stolen some raptor eggs to sell, and to fund their dig site for at least another 10 years. But, he gets killed with quotation marks. Killed with quotation marks. Sorry, I cannot speak at all. I'm so tired. As soon as our protagonists, they paddle along a river, they see some Brachiosaurus and mostly just herbivores. It's a pretty good scene. And, it kind of shows they're not really all monsters. And then we get to it could have been one of the best scenes in Jurassic Park history. But it didn't really live up to that because of a 3-year-old watching Barney. Yeah, you heard me right. A 3-year-old watching Barney screwed up this entire scene. And let me explain that to you. So, Spinosaurus gets to where it's starting to attack Alan Grant and his group of people. But then it just cuts away to Charlie watching Barney, if you don't know who that is. That's Alan Grant's partner Ellie Sattler's kid. Because he's trying to call Ellie because, they're all in danger on Dinosaur Island because they got the satellite phone from some Ceratosaurus poop. Wow, I probably should have explained that earlier. But it doesn't matter. And anyways, he just sits there and watches Barney, and we don't have to watch that. And there's a really good thing called Site B Cut. Yeah, I know, it sounds kind of similar to Clayton Fioriti, but Site B Cut, it really does make you feel like that scene, that's how it's supposed to go. It really felt like it was supposed to go without all the Barney stuff going on. It really does. And anyways, Ellie gets to Alan the last second, then the phone goes underwater. And of course, you know what that means. It's game over for the phone. Anyways, after that, we get this scene where Paul Kirby says that somebody punched out his truck lights, even though it probably doesn't even matter. I don't know, it seems kind of stupid. And then, the next scene is another action scene where they give the raptors, their eggs that Billy stole because they never killed them. And yeah, that's pretty much where the movie ends because they give the raptors back their eggs. And then the military shows up because Ellie called the military to go send them to Isla Sorna. And turns out Billy's still alive. Yippee. So what do I think of this film? Well, it's kind of just a film to have fun with, and it doesn't really take itself too seriously, but it's good. Kind of good. And yeah, so it's been the 20th anniversary of this movie. Yeah, 20th anniversary. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and remember to kaiju slash the subscribe button. Use your atomic breath until the like button turns blue, and I'll see you all later. Peace.